Hey everyone, Coty here, and today we're going to be doing our Pollock style painting for the 3,000 subscriber special. So first off, thank you just for subscribing. I really appreciate that, and for helping me reach 3,000, which is pretty interesting because it took me it took me a long time to get to 1,000. So to get, 3 times that, or another 2,000 in less than a year. Really appreciate that. So we're going to be doing our Pollock style painting today, and I'm going to talk about the colors and kind of the method that we're going to go for today. So I'm going to head over to the table and we will talk about what colors we're using today and kind of how we're going to approach today's painting. So let's head over to the table now. All right, today's Pollock style painting is going to be very, very simple, very straightforward. We're using red, silver, black, and white, and I'm only using paint sticks to create the painting, and it's over there. Reason is because I love using the paint sticks. They give you a lot of control. You can do thin lines, thick lines, and they snap very well to do kind of the big splatters. I'm not diluting the paint at all today. Sometimes I dilute them, sometimes I don't. And the reason is because today we're going to be going for a fully stacked Pollock style painting. And what I mean by that is that the entire canvas is covered with paint. Now I'm going to put a couple of pictures on screen, probably here and here, of some Pollock style paintings that I did when I first started doing gloss enamel Pollock style paintings. And they basically had paint over the entire canvas. And one of them was the very first international painting I ever sold, and the other one is my highest viewed painting on Saatchi Art, which I actually didn't put up for sale for a long time. Only recently that I put it up for sale, but it's called Monochromatic Dream, and it's just black, white, and gray, and it literally is my favorite painting I've ever done. So that's all I have to say about it. We're just going to be basically layering those Pollock style layers over and over and over again until the entire canvas is covered. And in my last video where I critiqued people's paintings, I talked about balance. So we're going to try to balance the black and the white. The red and the silver may not be balanced because they're going to be kind of hinted at, but they're not going to be the focus. Also, with this painting, because it's going to be a fully stacked painting, there is going to be a lot of layering and drying. So I'm going to have to apply the layers, but after some of the layers, I'm going to have to leave them alone and let them dry for a while. So, I'm just letting you know there's going to be quite a few layers. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to head over to the canvas and start painting. I won't be able to talk during this because of, it's usually windy when I'm painting outside. So that's it. So let's head over to the canvas and we'll start painting. Okay, so here's the progress so far. I need to let these layers dry so that they can hold the weight of the next set of layers. So we've got some pretty good kind of dispersion. Now, my only criticism is that the silver and the white, you can tell if you look at them overlapped like that, but it's a little difficult to tell where one ends and the other one begins when you're just kind of looking at it as a whole. So I'm gonna add a dark gray to the painting, which will be the next paint that I add, but I'm gonna give this a few minutes to kind of dry so that these layers can harden, and then we'll continue. Okay, so now that while I'm waiting for those layers to kind of harden, to dry a little bit, or kind of create a little bit of a skin to protect it from the weight of the next layer so that they don't kind of pool together, this is the dark gray I'll be using. It's called the Edge of Black, so it's a very, very dark gray. And then kind of while I'm doing that, I'm gonna talk about the painting currently as is. So what I need to do from this point on is, because there's quite a bit of coverage, but there's still a lot of gaps, especially around the edges, is we need to be more deliberate about where we kind of throw the paint, so that it starts kind of filling in the gaps and the in-between layers. Overall, this painting will probably have about 20 layers or so of paint. So just to kind of give you an idea of how much paint is going on here, it's going to be very heavy, because we're going to try to fill every one of these gaps. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to throw the paint into the gaps of where the paint already is, so we don't have so much overlap, so that we're just throwing the paint in the same spot over and over again. So that's kind of where we're at. And again, I'm just giving it a few minutes to dry, and then we'll continue painting. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish it for the day. Now, the last few layers I kind of added while it was still wet, and I kind of knew that it was getting a little too heavy, so I didn't let the layers dry enough in between each set. So basically you would put on a couple, wait for it to dry, put on a couple, wait for it to dry. I need to zoom out, hold on, there we go. And I didn't on the last few, and I kind of knew that it was starting to kind of get muddy, I guess. Now there's a couple of things you can do. You can just leave it. You can kind of just let it completely dry, give it a day or so, and then just continue on, which I may do with this painting. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys. You can see like the pooling that happens when you just keep adding more and more and more. I could just keep adding it and the colors will start to pool together and we'll lose all the individual lines. I could just leave it alone, let it dry for a day, and then just kind of come back and then keep adding layers on top of it and just create kind of clean new lines. Or you could always just throw it away or scrape it or something. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. So unfortunately, I didn't get a bunch of clean lines because I added too much paint while it was still wet. But you know, it's getting really hot out, so I kind of want to just call it a day for now. So I wanted to show you that's like, that wasn't my intention, but I do want to kind of give you guys that caution, that happens if you add too much paint without letting those layers dry. So you just want to add a few layers, give them some time to dry, come back. Generally, if you want to do like a proper kind of Pollock style painting where you know, it has time to dry, it'll take you probably all day or a couple days, you know, just kind of coming back to it. But because I wanted to film this video for you guys, I wanted to talk about that and just kind of go over that. So that's it for the video. I appreciate you guys watching, and you know, thank you again for 3,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in whatever the next video is. Take care. Okay, listen guys, I was really disappointed by that Pollock style painting with the layers kind of overlapping. So I still have the colors out. I'm gonna try to make a decent fractal painting and hopefully we can call it a win. So here we go. Okay, so ultimately pretty decent painting. Let me go ahead and show you guys the final piece. I think that it's got a nice color to it because you get kind of these solid colors, these blocks of color like the red, the black, and the white, and the silver. But then you also get these kind of swirl mixtures of color over here, and then some over here in the middle. So overall, I actually like this painting. Again, kind of disappointed by the Pollock style painting that we did today, but you know, this one is pretty cool, so I do like that. It's maybe it kind of makes up for it, I don't know. But that's it for the video, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, bye.